Oh, actually, before I do that, I want to pull this up. Where is it? Man, the esports scene is so dead here. They don't even talk about like a big drama moment. Okay, let me go to Jake Sucky's Twitter. His Twitter handle is Jake Sucky. All right. So the Halo esports scene isn't going well. I don't know about viewership numbers or anything. I don't know if it's like popular, but every single time there's a tournament, there's nothing but drama that follows because it's run pretty terribly from what I understand. So the latest development is during this game, one of the players had a PC problem, so he literally couldn't even play in Game 5. So instead they just gave the win to the other team because that guy's computer was fucking up. They didn't replay it. They didn't pause, even though they were alerted to the problem immediately. They just said, alright, the other team wins. And then they even replaced the PC afterwards because it was a legitimate PC problem. Now, it's not entirely Halo's fault. Apparently, according to which tweet? I think it's this one. Yeah. Apparently, the E-United squad was given the option of replaying it after they were made aware that the other team's player couldn't really play, and they declined, saying they'll just take the win instead. So, great work, E-United. What a grind. But also, entirely HCS's fault for even that being a problem. A, having a problem with the PC during the biggest tournament, the only tournament for Halo, and B, not having rules in place where you could like replay or pause the match. Because they let them know immediately. They told admins immediately that their fifth player couldn't play. So, there's Halo for you. I haven't read their statement yet though, so let's take a peek. During Game 5, a player in Ascend caused the disconnect of his own headset. The players were instructed to continue playing while the referee supported the player in troubleshooting. The players of Ascend stopped playing and went on to lose the game. Per Section 11, E and D of the HCS Handbook, in the event of an issue, players are expected to immediately raise their concern and continue to play their match unless otherwise instructed by a referee. Situations in which the administration may deem a game restart to be appropriate include, but are not limited to, critical malfunction of provided equipment or occurrence of a major bug. Because this was a player-caused issue, a restart is not appropriate and the result of the game is final. Regarding the claims of malfunctioning PC, the referees were made aware of this after the player stopped playing and stood up. As a result, administration was unable to verify the claims. As is common practice, administration swapped the PC despite the unverified claims. What a good look. So, they can't even run their own tournaments very well. And that's all they have, because Jesus Christ, that game is flatlining hard. No content, no updates, nothing. Just more and more bad decisions from 343. They just cannot get it together. And then Crobcat posted this today. In remembrance of the time when Halo wasn't dog shit. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Apparently Forge is actually coming out this year. I thought for sure they'd delay it because they don't follow their roadmaps very well. I'll believe it when I see it. For now, I'm going to remain skeptical.
You ever wonder what's up there? Like what? Maybe someone up there was wondering what it's like here. I guess. Do you think we'll meet them?
Man, rest in peace, Halo.
I hope so. Don't you?
The correct answer to the question, who is the worst game developer, is 343 Industries.
Ain't that the truth? What a wise man. What a sage.
The choices that they've made by coming out and literally saying, hey, we did something different here, guys. We hired people that hated Halo to make Halo.
Hey, I mean, split screen.
To be fair, this was the Halo TV series that they're referring to here with the people that hated Halo. The positions they hired were people that were unfamiliar with Halo, unless I'm misremembering. I don't remember this applying to 343. I remember it applying to the Halo TV series. I'm going to look that up, actually. I'm very curious. That's the first time I've heard that for 343. We had people who we hired who hated Halo because of X. What? What a stupid quote. We had people who we hired who hated Halo because of X, says O'Connor, but what that really meant was, I feel like this game could be awesome because of Y input, and that I'm going to bring into it. I want to prove it, and I'm passionate about proving it. So we ended up with a bunch of people who were genuinely passionate about the product. That's a huge advantage that helped in hiring and forming our team. This is contradictory. We hired people who hated Halo, thus they were passionate about the project. What are you talking about, man? I hated Halo because Master Chief, his voice isn't cool. Like, Jesus. It's from 8 years ago? Yeah, I'm surprised I don't remember this. I feel like that would have been bigger news. This was right around the time Halo 2015. Halo 5 hadn't come out yet, right? Halo 5 was 2016? Shit, I don't remember. No, actually, it must have been 5. Halo 5 was 2015? Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense. That really did feel like a game made by people who hated Halo.
Make Halo.
Hey, I mean, split screen be damned. Who cares?
No forge at launch.
Hold up, did you just
Who
say
needs it?
no forge at launch?
So many things were missing from previous Halos. It's as if the team forgot what works. No co-op campaign at launch.
You can't even play custom games, it's broken. You can't even watch theater mode because it's broken.
I actually didn't even realize there was theater
It's the
mode in
Hazard
Infinite.
armor set from Halo Reach. Unfortunately,
I thought that was coming with
I can't
Forge.
earn it in Halo Infinite. I have to pay $20.
There's no way they're gonna sell us the classic red color for $7. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind over this game.
The promise of
Fucking
live
hype.
service games and the we'll finish it later mentality. Are you out of your mind?
Thanks, Resub Crow,
Backwards, guys. We're going
Grant,
backwards.
Ferreira, and the Prime Chip.
I thought we were gonna get a flood return. I guess that's just not gonna happen now.
You cannot let a team toil and mess around and goof off with your flagship IP for almost
Damn,
a
this is
decade.
intense. Classic.
It's just one thing after
Thanks,
another,
Resub Apollo.
after another with this company.
I think the fundamental difference between Bungie and 343 is the way that they were formed. 343 was brought in to work on an existing franchise, an existing universe with an existing fan base.
And what a great job they've done.
Well, we feel really good about our studio 343 that's working on Halo today, and it's one of those rare opportunities when you can build a team of people that are uniquely passionate about Halo. Many of these people...
That's like immediately contradicted by the statement from O'Connor with hiring people who hated Halo. Like that's just very not accurate. Also, the entire team, the upper management of 343 cycles out every year. They just keep losing more and more senior staff members on 343, so they're not that passionate. They just constantly shed their own skin.
Grew up playing Halo.
That's probably completely unique, right? Is every single person there, their destination was Halo rather than a job.
You are on the cover of the new Bloomberg
Have you seen
Business
this?
Week.
Yeah.
Look at that. The real Master Chief.
Master Chief is human.
Hey, fun fact, Bonnie Ross already left.
Real Master Chief.
Master Chief is
She left like
human.
a month ago.
He's not a machine. He's not a set of armor with a big weapon. He's a human with resilience.
It's a chance for people who have played as Chief for so long to put the controller down, sit back on the couch, enjoy the experience of learning about the Chief in a way that you have never done before.
Like Marvel and Star Wars,
Awesome.
Halo is a universe
That's
where
what I
hundreds
wanted.
of stories can be told and where millions of experiences can be shared.
There's a Prime
We
table.
want to
Resub
expand the
finally.
audience as far as we could, but still satisfy the core as much as possible.
Halo 4's loadout system frequently and sort of appropriately gets compared to other FPS games, including Call of Duty and others, and that's a reasonable sort of comparison.
I think Halo 5 is one of, if not the best, multiplayer versions of Halo.
Jump up in the air and I turn my...
It wasn't a bad multiplayer, I will give them that. It was fine.
All directions. We're not really...
I didn't hate it. Not as much as 4.
You actually can mount on top of edges throughout the world.
Would be adding another
clamber route.
Halo has always been synonymous with online competition. With Halo 5 Guardians, we are fully embracing that legacy with the biggest investment in Xbox esports history.
You know, making the decision to remove split screen was a really tough one for everyone here at 343.
Yeah, there's no flood in the game. Yeah, we're not dealing with the flood in this one. We got other surprises in store.
Oh, you're open.
Did they ever give a reason why they decided to axe split screen so deep into development, and also why the community was able to get split screen on their own through glitching? Did they ever address that? Because I didn't see them say shit about why. Just overwhelmingly no. So they're really just not going to explain why? Okay. Thanks to Resub, egg salad, butt cheeks, and guy in the back. Yeah, I saw this lapping from the UFC. Thanks, Resub Stevie. The Resub party. Monetary reasons? I mean, I just can't imagine why. It's... The community was able to get split screen through a glitch. I have to imagine on the dev side of things, they could probably get split screen rather easily. It's been a basic feature in games for like 25 years. Most games don't have it anymore now because online gaming, but they already said they were going to do split screen from like off rip. Now over a year later, they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's too much for us. We're still trying to figure out how to make the battle pass work.
Opening up a pack.
Animating. Someone makes sound effects.
Mongoose, Needler, Ghost, Fuel Rod Cannon.
Yes.
All the details are
I love it.
This is the first time?
Oh, so
yeah.
you're really hoping it doesn't crash, right? That's fantastic.
We've also had a lot of learnings along the way. You know, when we fell down with the multiplayer launch of MCC.
Yeah, it didn't work for 5 years.
Nothing. Not a single match.
Welcome to the Master Chief Collection, where you get a
Thanks
black
to the
screen of
sub
death
HCT.
every 5 seconds, and then you spend your
Tier
time just
1
sitting here waiting.
Hino.
There is not a single title on this entire disc that's working to form right now.
Yep.
Not a single title. That's the 343 guarantee. Is when they release a game,
True.
shit is gonna suck and it's not gonna work.
Man, this guy's got to feel so vindicated with Infinite right now. Absolutely right. Legitimately, the 343 Master Chief Collection, the multiplayer, did not work properly for about 5 years. 5 years it took them to actually make that functional.
Work.
I've been sitting here for 40 minutes.
What? You can't do it. You can't play a match. 343 didn't earn this. That's why they don't care about it. They didn't earn this.
Resolving the current matchmaking issues in Halo
Okay.
Master Chief Collection remains our top
I mean,
priority.
Bungie didn't want it
Why
anymore.
can't I get a match? It's been a week later. And this game still ain't fucking working, bro.
We know that some players are still seeing issues in-game, and we're committed to improving the experience with additional content updates in the near future.
Thanks to Resub, Toxic, Ivy,
I don't know why, but I
Conman, and
think that they
Spectre.
made it worse.
I bought an Xbox One just to play Halo.
Oof.
And I have had the worst time with it.
It was
Yikes.
incredibly
Unlucky.
crushing to let the fans down. It was supposed to be a love letter to the fans.
Yeah.
And, you know, we let them down.
Can we reveal anything about the next Halo FPS title today?
Yeah, it's gonna let you
The
down.
only thing that we'll confirm, as we do listen to fans, there will be split screen. Halo Infinite.
Yes! But when's it coming? What do you mean it's already canceled? Oh, no, I can't believe it. What?
Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero.
The Slipspace engine is really this labor of love. For
More like
343.
shit
We've
space, 'cause
invested
that just
heavily.
does not
It's gonna be
fucking
the
work at all,
foundation
huh?
Of our next 10
Got
years
'em.
of Halo experiences.
And that trailer that we did that's what Halo means to the studio.
We are a very competitive game. That's our DNA. That's who we are.
right? You go back all the way to the very first Halo, right? Multiplayer. I mean, it's
Is it
a
Tier 1
highly
Roy?
competitive game.
The use of smoke beans and JFC.
Kind of core to Halo.
The bit's terrible.
Will there be playable elites in Halo Infinite?
No, we're not currently planning on supporting elites as a playable character.
Too difficult.
And the reason is, you know, this is a Spartan story. We focus on how Spartans battle against each other, and that it feels fair and it's competitive.
We have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op.
Folks have asked us, are they in, are they out, what's going on with assassinations? So what's the scoop there?
So they're not in for launch, and I think we're just going to be straight about that, right?
Is there a plan
Too
to
difficult.
bring back dual wielding in Halo Infinite?
Currently, no, that's not in the cards right now.
Too difficult.
We want to share the exciting news that we got the official confirmation that Halo Infinite has gone gold.
Let's go.
Whee!
We made the really tough decision to delay shipping campaign co-op for launch, and we also made the tough call to delay shipping Forge past launch as well.
And as developers, when you work on a game, you want to get that game out there. And that almost seems like, for us, that's the finish line. But in reality, it's going to be the starting line.
None of us
I hate that. Oh my god, that couldn't be more true. Oh wow, that guy is absolutely right on the money. They shipped the most bare bones game with promises that eventually it'll be a fully fleshed out game. He is right dead on with that statement. So true.
This roadmap and are happy with it.
2 seasons a year doesn't cut it. It's just not going to cut it. That's not what our players deserve. It's not what they expect. It's not what our team wants to do. It's not what I want to do.
There's just been a lot of introspective time to really reflect on, like, what have we done as 343? Where have we made mistakes? Where have we hit it right? And then what does Halo mean to all of us? And then also I would just say, don't sweat the mistakes. Because I would say that every failure point has probably been an opportunity versus really a failure.
What? I mean, you learn the best lessons through failing, but not sweating the mistakes is the opposite. You can't just like brush it off like, it's just the fans being entitled. So we're going to get rid of split screen. And we're not going to bother having co-op at launch, or Forge, or game modes for the multiplayer. No reason to sweat the small stuff.
I think the coolest thing about Bungie, though, one of our best traditions, is that everybody here really cares about what they're doing, and it's important to them. They do it well, and that's what makes them happy.
Oh man, this is nostalgic. Holy shit.
Hey everybody, so I'm Jason. I'm one of the co-founders of Bungie and the lead on Halo.
Microsoft estimated that they have sold 1 million copies of Halo in the US alone. 50% of Xbox owners are also...
Man, I used to be a titan.
I know there's one game on everybody's mind right now. Well, fellas, November the 9th, the launch of Halo 2 will also mark one of the biggest video game launches in history.
And it was. Oh, good lord, what a blast from the past. The old KSI clan tag. Courage, Strength, Intelligence is what that clan used to be. That was the name of it. The two big boys were KSI and MOB. I was in MOB, which was money over bitches. Didn't really know what it meant when I was 11, but I thought it fucking sounded amazing. And I'd always seen them in like montages. What a throwback.
Proximity voice. You can get close to somebody in a game and talk to them, and only that person can hear you.
Fuck, that's so nostalgic.
How big Halo is going to get. How can anything be bigger than Halo?
Actually, Peter, as we walk off stage, I think there's something
Isaac
to be
and give
fun
some
to show these
HCT.
people.
Resub Ray, Leroy, and Fuzzy.
This is the way the world ends.
Yeah! Let me do some housing.
This is the end of our trilogy.
This is going to be the end of the story.
It should have been, man. God rest its soul, it should have been.
Safe Film and Forge, I think, represent the coolest features that we have in Halo 3. This is the stuff that's going to keep people playing for years on end, make 1 billion hours get logged on Xbox Live. Hey,
any day now, though, it's coming back to its former glory. 343 is going to get it together, and it's going to be smooth sailing. Mark my words, it's coming. It's on its way.
It's finished.
It's finished.
I'll miss you.
Another Crobcat banger. What a beautiful way of showing the decline.
When you need me.
From the glory days to the... Man, I don't even know. The depressing, sad state of Halo. Hey, but I'm telling you, 343, they're every failure they're learning. Come 2040, when they make Halo 9, it's gonna go so hard. What's the point in learning if you aren't gonna do anything with that knowledge? I don't know, man. Ask them. They haven't even learned like the most basic protocol for like running an esports event, even though they put such a huge emphasis on it. Like, I don't know. Every decision that you can make, they make the worst one. Like, at every single forked path, they choose the worst path. And I don't get how that's even possible. It's almost more impressive that way. Because off the top of my head, I can't think of a single good thing they've done so far. The grappling hook? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's a cool mechanic. I'm talking, like, overall with the franchise, though. But yeah, I mean, the grappling hook is a very cool mechanic. I do like that. The Halo Championship Series and 343 are not the same. They oversee it. What are you talking about? It's their game. It's their esports scene. I understand it's not like the 343 team itself, but it is still theirs. I don't think they're completely disconnected from it. Didn't they write the rulebook? The HCS handbook? Why did Bungie sell Halo? I think they just wanted to move on. I think, if I remember correctly, the big thing was Bungie wanted to make other IP, but Microsoft wanted them to stick with just Halo, so they made Halo Reach just because they had to, and as like the final oorah. I'm going off memory though, so that could be wrong. And that's when 343 was formed. Reach was good, yeah. I enjoyed Reach. It was fun. Do you think it's the management of 343, or are they just not talented? On that front, I can't decide. Obviously, the management's bad, and it's also really hard to have consistent management with all of your top-level managers and top-level positions constantly leaving the company. So that one's not really on the employees. But you have to wonder how it could be so difficult to roll out the simplest fixes for problems. And like the implementation of simple game modes that have been around in Halo for 20 years. So it has to be a combination of the two, like inexperienced devs and bad management. Probably hard to hire devs because of the Slipstream engine. Isn't it called Slipspace? Wouldn't put it on the devs themselves. Well, I don't put it all on the devs themselves. I think the bigger problem is the management, but I definitely think there is a level of inexperienced devs. Like, I think there is absolutely no reason why they couldn't have got split screen out, or why it took them, 6 months to add 2 new game modes. Like, I feel like even with the worst management of all time, they'd want that to roll out as quickly as possible, and that just didn't happen. So I really do think that there is a level of just inexperience from the dev team. 343 officially said it canceled work on the feature to better allocate resources to future content for Halo Infinite, which recently saw its 3rd multiplayer season delayed until March 2023. Cool. Yeah, that future content, man. One day. One day. You expect the future to be now? I expect the future to be at least a year. The game shipped bare bones with the promise that content was going to be fed to it consistently, which has not been the case. Season 2 has been 10 months long. So far, I think they've only added, 2 new maps? They have a few new game modes. Still nothing of what they promised So yeah, I think it should be probably like a year would be reasonable for things that they initially said were going to be ready at launch. Keep in mind, this game was somehow supposed to come out in like 2020. I would love to see the state the game was in 2020. Holy fuck. That rumor has been debunked. Everything I've read has denied them moving to Unreal Engine. I have not seen a single actual confirmation of that. I've only seen debunking. They poured $500 million into the Slipstream or Slipspace engine. They're not gonna just abandon it. It's not happening. I don't think Pyro talks shit. At least not seriously. Last I checked, Pyro and I were friends, but maybe that's changed. Maybe he hates me now. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him talk any shit, though. Who should Microsoft give Halo to besides 343 and Bungie? Well, Bungie will never take it back, and 343 just... they've proven they can't do it, but I don't think anyone else could. I have no clue. Should have just let it die with Reach. I agree. They should have just let it go out on top, man. It is so sad to see what kind of fizzled wet fart Halo's become now over the last 12 years. They honestly should have just let it die after Reach. So sad. Activision? Why would they give it to Activision? What, for Infinity Ward or Respawn? Respawn's already spread so thin. They're doing 2 Star Wars games and, fuck, what's the other one? They have 3 games in development right now. They are spread way too thin. Oh, wait, yeah, Respawn is EA, isn't it? Whoops. Oh, then I don't even know who from Activision would be worth taking. And before a Halo 1 remake. It's coming at some point, I'm sure. They'll try and do that, like, reboot shit where they'll just call it Halo. Just like they've done with God of War, Modern Warfare, Battlefront. I hate that shit so fucking much. That naming. The naming, that is. The games have actually been good, like God of War, for example, but God, I hate the naming. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Just give it a different name. What would you have named the new God of War? Literally anything else. God of War Norse. Just anything besides just God of War. God of War Norse is way worse. At least it's not overwriting God of War 1. So now I have to type in God of War 1 or God of War 2016. Or 2018. It's just annoying. It's worse with Battlefront, where there's Battlefront 1, and there's Battlefront 2, and then there's Battlefront 1, and then there's Battlefront 2. And now Call of Duty, there's Modern Warfare, and there's Modern Warfare, and there's Modern Warfare 2, and there's Modern Warfare 2. You think it's pretentious? I think it's lazy. It's a marketing ploy, and I just think it's lazy. Jesus. What a party, banana. Goddamn. And here, Ellie Fanning is going to star in Kojima's new game. Nah, that's cool, though. You played new Modern Warfare 2? Yeah. Finished the campaign last night. Campaign's fine. It's nothing special. The ending's probably one of the most underwhelming in all of Call of Duty, though, but everything up till the ending was fine.